Hi guys, as you can tell I'm not actually in Auckland right now, I'm away on holiday, but I'll be back tomorrow. But I couldn't wait just to send this quick update about the market. There's some interesting stuff going on, including last week the Reserve Bank announcing a new housing price index that they've been working on in conjunction with the Reserve Bank. How it works is, well, there's essentially three ways to look at housing prices and using indexes, and one of them is means and medians, averages, those types of things. Those are called hedonic measures, and they're not particularly well regarded for analysing markets, simply because month to month we have different houses that sell. Like I've said before, if 5 houses sell for $1 million, then the next month 5 houses sell for $500,000. House prices didn't just fall 50%, we just sold 5 different houses. So that's the mix issue you get with house prices. So the second measure that you can use is a repeat sale. So if a house sells and then you look back at what it sold for before, then you can say, okay, well, house prices have moved X amount over that period. But that means you can't use the whole data set each month, and you're relying on a whole bunch of other issues. It's just not a good one. The best one that they've come up with is called SPAR, S-P-A-R, and that is the sale price ratio against appraisal value. So it's a sales price versus appraisal ratio, and what that means is they take a value for a property and then they look at what it sold for and they say, okay, but based on that value, did it sell above or below, and then they create an index from it. The question is, how are they going to come up with that value? Most likely they'll be using things like GVs. They've said that they're going to be using land area and floor area, and they've also said that members will be able to drill down into some of those stats and get better analysis on area or property type, which we haven't had before. And so how does it measure? Last week was the release of the March sales stats, and they used the index last week and had a look at what March was like versus February, and they showed that it was actually very flat, that March properties sold for around about what they sold for in February, had they been sold in February. And that's great because at the coalface, working in my office, I can see that sales prices didn't really move in March compared to February. However, a lot of the headlines have used attention grabbing things like prices rebound and things like that for the March stats, and that's if you look at medians. Yes, they did, but that's because in March we typically sell some of our most expensive properties on the sort of the eastern side of the North Shore. Really nice home owner occupied properties are selling in those months. Now as we tail off and get into winter, we'll start to see a different mix of properties selling, and that will change the medians and the stats accordingly. So round one, it's a win to the housing price index. Well done to the Institute, and I'm very excited that it's going to be able to give us something that I'm going to be able to use on a monthly basis to iron out the kinks in the medians and averages that get published in the newspapers. So just a quick update, what is happening? Well, just today we've started to see the available listing stock dropping away again, which is what we're hoping for as we head into winter, to allow people the opportunity to sell their homes without too much competition from other vendors. Good properties are still selling well. So if you want to know what makes a difference and how to get your property sold, have a chat to me. So there are a few things that you can do when selling to get the best price, and last week I had one sell well above reserve, which was excellent, and another one go to multi-offer. So the market's very buoyant if you are prepared to put in the effort, present your property well, choose a good salesperson and invest well in a marketing campaign. And then you've got to know what your house is worth too. So there's about 5 things really. There's a quick summary, I think there was about 4 of them. If you're interested to know a bit more, get me in. I'm back in Auckland tomorrow, so thanks for watching.